Hey folks, Dario Verbanik here again with your January 2023 real estate market update for the Niagara region. So as always, we're going to do a summary of the region in January. We're going to take a closer look at some of the markets so you can see what's happening. I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing from other agents these days in phone conversations or showing up and meeting them in person, and opportunities in the Niagara region focusing on Welland today. So first and foremost, the value of homes tends to be holding now. Those big drops that happened last year, especially near the end of last year, that's starting to take a break. Things are slowing down. As expected, number of new listings is a bit less in December because of the Christmas break. People don't usually list. But what's happening is, even though more people are listing, it's not selling any faster. Buyers are having a chance to look around, but the prices are holding because sellers are starting to realize it's not a good idea to buy first. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Another thing to mention is the spring market seems to be starting, and I'll get into that in a minute too. So as always, we tend to stay on the right side of this red line. It's much better for investing, and generally this is more of an investing focused update. So as we started doing last month, I'm just going to quickly put these up. If you'd like to see a particular city, you can just pause the video. The common trend is that days on market continue to go up, especially from last year. There's quite a dramatic difference. The month over month is getting a lot more new listings in almost every single city. Number of sales is steady or very close. Prices very close to what they were. Niagara-on-the-Lake is the only one that really went up. So let's talk about what I'm hearing from other realtors. A common thing that I've heard this month is that things are picking up, whether it's number of showings, whether it is the number of people reaching out saying, okay, let's get my house ready. I want to list it in February or in March for the traditional spring market, especially not only with people I'm talking to, but myself. A lot of people are getting ready right now. So I think there's going to be an influx of inventory happening in the spring. And usually this is what starts the spring market, is when agents start to report that people are getting their homes ready. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, no one is buying anymore before they sell. People learn their lesson. They heard the horror stories. So you're going to see a lot more sales come up, and it's not going to keep up, or pardon me, the number of purchases and sales is not going to keep up with the new number of listings, pardon me. So prices are going to continue to be sticky. Sellers realize they don't have to move. So they're going to get right about what they're looking for, maybe a little bit less depending on how long their house sits for. But in general, prices are going to be sticky for the time being. In terms of opportunities this month, we're going to focus on Welland and what are known as garden suites or coach houses. This is actually the garden suite that myself and my wife built in our property in Barrie. It is 735 square feet. It does have a basement. We rent it out for a little over $2,800 a month. So if you think about the amount of rent you can get for the amount it costs to build, we're starting to approach the 1% rule, which in Canadian real estate, especially Southern Ontario, is virtually unheard of these days. So there is quite a large ROI going on with this. Welland is one of the main cities in Niagara that allows this and has been allowing this for a little while. As we talked about in the update a couple months ago, Bill 23 passed. The provincial government is mandating that municipalities allow these things, but it hasn't really trickled down into the municipality yet in terms of their bylaws and the people at the city sort of knowing what's going on and implementing it and documenting it. The other thing you can do, as opposed to just building it in the backyard, is convert a garage. A friend of mine is currently doing this in Welland. The ROI is going to be fantastic. And by ROI, I mean return on investment. These are a huge opportunity, especially if you already own a property down there with a large lot. There's many restrictions and sort of requirements that have to be met. But if you'd like to learn more, as always, get in touch with me on Instagram, or you can reach out to me directly on email. Garden suites are such a promising opportunity. I'd love to chat more about it. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next month.